have people's attention. My name's Emily Thornberry. I'm the Regional Secretary of the Fire Brigade Union. I think you've just seen from the emotional scenes we just witnessed what this fire station means to the firefighters who have served here for so long and protected their communities. This fire station here at Clarkenwell is the oldest operational fire station in Europe. It was built in 1872 and it survived 2 world wars. It survived terrorism attacks in the city. It's attended thousands of major fires. And the idea that with the growing population and the risks that we still face in London, that this fire station isn't needed anymore is absolutely outrageous. And Boris Johnson should hang his head in shame for closing this fire station and the 9 other fire stations throughout London. And there has, without any doubt, been a campaign of lies from the Mayor and from his office about these closures. They claim that these closures won't impact on public safety. Even the Commissioner of the London Fire Brigade himself predicts that 4 million Londoners will have to suffer increased response times as a result of these cuts. That's the truth of the situation, and we've got a saying in the fire service that seconds count. Some people may think that's a cliche. Actually, it's absolutely true. When you're trapped in a fire, fire and smoke haven't changed their behaviour since the beginning of time, and when you're trapped in a fire, seconds really do count. And if your local fire station closes and you're forced to rely on a fire station from 7 miles away, there is no question that you will be at much greater risk. And we know as well that the vast majority of Londoners do not support these cuts. 94% of Londoners who took part in the public consultation process opposed any frontline cuts in the London Fire Brigade. The London Assembly opposes the cuts. The London Fire Authority held out for as long as it could to oppose the cuts. The workforce opposes these cuts. Not a single Londoner we've met supports these cuts. And frankly, there is absolutely no question in our mind that they're dangerous and wrong and that they will impact on public safety. And we've got a couple of speakers. Before I pass you over to the other speakers, I do, on behalf of everybody, on behalf of the Fire Brigades Union, I want to thank everybody who's been part of this campaign. As far as we're concerned, this campaign will go on. Just because the stations have closed this morning, they're still there, and we'll be doing everything within our power to make sure that they will be used as fire stations at some point in the future. And I'm sure that you'll agree with me that the last thing we want for Clarkenwell Fire Station or for any fire station is for a property developer or one of Boris Johnson's other mates to come along and snap it up and turn it into luxury apartments. That building and the 9 others should be there as a fire station protecting the people of London, and we go on making that message for as long as it takes. And the final thing I want to do is to thank the firefighters of Clarkenwell Fire Station. Not just the firefighters who walked out this morning, but the firefighters who have served here for 141 years. And I know a couple of other firefighters from a long time ago who served in the 60s and 70s came back to be with us this morning. I know that you will want me, as Londoners, I know you will want me to thank those firefighters and to give them the credit for their bravery and their courage and their strength and endurance in fighting this campaign and serving the people of London over so many years. So thank you to our members of Clarkenwell and elsewhere. We're going to just have a couple of speakers now. The first person is the leader of the Labour Group on the London Fire Authority, also a Labour GLA member who's been at the heart of the campaign to fight these closures. Please welcome Fiona Twycross.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you to everybody for coming today. But most of all, I think today we need to thank our firefighters in London, particularly those who have been working in the 10 stations that have completely needlessly been closed today. These cuts were not needed. I mean, the slogan on the fire engine says it all. For the sake of a penny a day off your council tax, which I'm sure nobody here has noticed, Boris Johnson has just been determined to drive these cuts through, and he's pushed and he's forced them through at every stage. They were not in his manifesto, and had they been in his manifesto, the results are quite close. Had they been in his manifesto, he would not be mayor today. Yes. But he has driven these through, and we should continue to fight him and fight his cuts and work hard to restore what we've got in London. And I think I just want to contradict Paul slightly, because the reason why London obviously is not support these cuts by the chair's casting vote. So be in no doubt that there are a small group of people who should be hanging their heads in shame today. But finally, I just want to thank all the firefighters at Clarkenwell and the other stations today, and also just to remember that as well as the 10 stations, the 14 fire appliances and the cuts that the mayor's making, 550 firefighters losing their jobs as a result of these cuts. So this has a huge impact on your safety, on our safety, but also on the lives of people who've been working hard throughout their working lives to protect London and protect London. Thank you.
Thanks, Fiona, very much indeed. And our next speaker is the Regional Secretary of the South East region of the TUC. She's been on many a rally with us over recent months against these cuts, and we're pleased to welcome her again this morning. Please welcome Megan Dobney.
Not very technical, sorry. Thanks very much, Paul, and I'll add my voice, of course, and that of my executive committee, of thanks to the firefighters of London, those that remain who are in greater danger, and those that are leaving over the next period. But it's not all bad news, is it? The economy is improving. If you're a millionaire, house prices are rising, meaning our children can't even afford to rent the place. And if the property speculators get their hands on this building, they won't be finding affordable housing in there, will they? No. However, brevity is my watchword. In the words of the great Joe Hill, don't mourn, organise. This is not the end. This is not the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the fight back, and we will come up with solidarity.
Thanks very much indeed for that, those words of support, Megan. I'd like to introduce the Member of Parliament for this constituency of Islington South, who again has been instrumental in the campaign against the closure of Clarkenwell Fire Station and the other fire stations throughout London. Please welcome Emily Thornberry, MP.
This is a very sad morning. It's a very emotional morning. We've had this fire station in this area for more than 100 years, serving our people. We all live on top of each other in Islington. We have no green space. We like it that way. But I tell you what, if we have a fire in an area like this, we need to have our fire station, we need to have our fire engines, we need to have this service. We need this service. It does seem to me that it is so obvious that this fire station is not being closed because it's making the people of Clarkenwell any safer. This fire station is not being closed because it's going to make life easier in the City of London. If there was to be, God forbid, a terrorist outrage in the City of London, where would they get their firefighters from? They used to get them from here. They used to be able to get down the Farringdon Road and get into the City of London straight away. They used to be able to get around Clarkenwell really easily. What is going to happen? We don't want to be in a position of saying, I told you so. We don't want to be in a position of this. But it seems to me that closing this fire station is all about the size of the site, the value of the site, the fact that it's in central Islington, the fact that it's worth a fortune. That's what it's about. It's not about making the lives of our people any safer. It's not about making the right decision. It's about cost cutting. It is not about safety. It is a disgrace. And the people around here know that. We have been fighting so hard. We've had a petition outside Sainsbury's. People have been queuing in the snow to sign that petition. We've knocked on doors. People have made sure that every single member of their family have come out to sign that petition. We've had demos. We've had meetings. We've been on the phone. We've been to see Boris. He hasn't listened to us. People here are furious, and they're rightly furious, because their safety is being compromised by this reckless decision being made by the Mayor of London today. We must continue to fight it. It is completely wrong.
Before I introduce our final speaker, just something that's come to our attention, which I think shows really the levels that the Mayor and his people and the London Fire Brigade senior management who are carrying out his orders stoop to in order to make sure that our campaign isn't successful and the message doesn't get across to Londoners about the danger of these cuts. As the firefighters walked out of those doors at the final time at 9:30, They were told by senior management that if they dared to walk out in their uniform, they would be disciplined for it. They ordered them to walk out. They ordered them to walk out in their civilian clothes. And the idea that firefighters, some of whom have served for 30 years this local community, should be bullied into not proudly wearing their uniform, walking off shift for the last time, is an absolute damn disgrace. And that's the message that we should send back to Boris Johnson and senior management from this morning. And our final speaker, local resident and the leader of the Green Party, please welcome Natalie Bennett.
Well, I have to say first of all, thank you to all of you for coming along this morning to show your support. And this is just a tiny fraction of the representation of people around London today who are angry about this. And they're rightly angry about this. But there's also people who might be aware of it, but who in the next days, weeks and months are going to need the fire service. And I know from my own very sad personal experience what it's like to be waiting for a fire engine to come. I was in a fatal car accident. The car caught fire after the accident. And I can still remember every second of what it felt like when I was waiting for that fire truck to come. And people around London from this moment onwards are going to have that torture, that pain, that agony extended because of the decisions of Boris Johnson. And I think we're mourning this morning, but we also have to make a resolution. And several other speakers have said, and we've got to say, we need to keep this building. We need to keep this public asset. We need to be able to reopen it. The fact is, yesterday, George Osborne announced that he was going to put up lists for sale every single public asset in the country. And we've just been reminded that this has been here for 141 years. Those assets have been built up over centuries. We have to keep them in public hands for the well-being of all of us. We need to work for the common good, not for the good of property speculators. So well done for being here. Well done to the firefighters for all of their decades of service that have been and that are coming. And let's fight on. Thank you.
Thanks everyone, and just finally once again on behalf of the Fire Brigade Union, can I thank everybody for their attendance this morning and for their support throughout this long campaign. And as far as we're concerned, the campaign, as previous people have said, doesn't end today. We will go on fighting. Thanks for your solidarity. Thank you.